everybody. It's Monday night. It's 8 p.m. Eastern time, and my name is Nakia, and this is SideKick Power Hour. So glad to have you here. I am broadcasting to you from Austin, Texas, where my husband got me a new iMac, and it has this much better camera, but I just realized that it also is showing off like a lot more. Normally you only see me from like up here, because he also gave me this amazing standing desk that now goes up and down. So anyway, welcome to the show. Welcome to the studio in process, as I am trying to rearrange some things in here to make it work. We do this every Monday. We've been doing it every Monday for almost 100 weeks. We're coming up on the 100th episode of SideKick Power Hour. We're going to have some really cool stuff for you. We can't wait for you to find out about it. You will be finding out about it first if you are a member of our Patreon, which you can find over at patreon.com/sidekickproductions. That's where we post all our videos before they go anywhere else. And it could be episodes of Skeleton Crew or Demon Doctor that are blowing it, short films like Scratched or Wasted on the Young. It could be bloopers and extras and deleted scenes, and sometimes it could just be videos of Josh walking around downtown looking for a cab or trying to get on a train. But he's not looking for a cab and trying to get on a train today, because he is back at his place in Queens, ready for some action. It's Joshua R. Pangborn.
Happy Monday, Nakia. Did you say a standing desk?
Yes, it's a standing desk. So,
well, more power to you, because I'm exhausted just thinking about it.
So wanted to. Well, here to illustrate, it goes up pretty high.
Oh my God, it's like you're shorter than I am now.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to SideKick Power Hour, the junior edition.
That's what it's like when Stuart tries to film me and anyone else next to me in the same frame.
Well, we know how that works. It's called an apple box. But we are back here again.
That's good question already, Nakia.
I did actually hang out a little bit during South by Southwest. For folks at home, I am a very proud member of the Recording Academy. We are the people who put on the Grammys, but we're also an organization that represents musicians and songwriters and producers all over the place, all over the country. And we put a party on every year, and we do it at South by Southwest, of course. And the Texas chapter of the Recording Academy, which I'm a member of, is the chapter responsible for that party. So I went to that party on Wednesday. It was really nice. I had a really good time. I saw this amazing band that I've known about for a long time because they're from here in Texas, and also just because the lead singer, Kim, is such a badass. But they're called The Suffers. Kim is actually on our board. Her band performed, and y'all, this new record that she's produced is... y'all aren't ready for it. It's so good. It's really like classic Southern soul and R&B with a nice edge is how I would describe them. A lot of fun. They were really, really good. But thank you for asking, Butcha Bear. It's good to see you. You know what? We've actually talked about that. It's not that we haven't tried. You have to submit and then be reviewed by your peers. And sometimes
also the big thing, it seems like, is they really like world premieres, and what we do, we'd love to give it to everyone right away, so we don't really have a lot of world premieres to give to South by Southwest, but we will keep something in our back pocket for them, I think, right?
Yeah, we will. And you'll be the first people to know about that back pocket over at Patreon, because we have been talking about ways to make the content that we create more appealing to some of these festivals and things that will help us to hopefully find distribution into larger channels so that more people can learn about SideKick Productions and the things that we're creating. Josh, this evening, we're going to get to learn about something new that you've created that's not part of the Skeleton Crewniverse.
That's right. We're taking a small sojourn from SideKick Productions and from any of our shows to talk a little bit about
from this medium.
Yes, actually, yes.
This
We're
is
stepping back from film and going to the written word for a little bit.
That's right, and really excited to bring on our first guest. Actually,
Before we do, though, we should probably talk about the question of the week, right?
that is correct. We should talk about the question of the week, and you should let people know what that question of the week is on the banner while I pull up the question of the week from Patreon, so we can take a look.
Our question of the week is, what is your favorite prison movie? Which, if you've watched episode 14 of Skeleton Crew, you know why this is an appropriate. I tried to combine appropriate and apropos, and that just came out terribly.
I mean, I'm into it. I think it was great.
Appropriate. Yeah, that's it. There they go. What is your favorite prison movie? That is the question of the week. So you're going to put your comments, please, in the comments, and we will see what you have to say. I know I have one that is definitely probably no one else will pick this one. I suspect. So I'm really excited.
Well, we do have we did ask our Patreon members that first, and we use this adorable GIF from episode 514 or episode 14 of season 5. If you haven't seen that, this shouldn't give you any spoilers here, except that they're in jail, which is kind of a spoiler. So we asked, what the question of the week was. Like you said, was what's your favorite prison movie? John L. Bett says a toss-up for him is between The Green Mile from 1999 or The Shawshank Redemption 1994. I mean, those are probably everybody's first go-to. And so you got to really think about it. But so is Midnight Express. David Small chimed in to let us know that first.
And something interesting, I mean, because The Green Mile and The Shawshank Redemption are both written by who, Nakia, as books?
Stephen King.
Yes, and Stephen King is one of the masters of written horror, which ties nicely into, which I didn't even know, but this is going to sound like I planned this, but I didn't. This is off the cuff right now, everyone. But it ties very nicely into our first guest of the evening. So as Nakia said, we're going to stop talking for a little bit about film and talk about the written word, because I am very, very excited that next week is going to be my debut as a fiction author, a published fiction author. I have done a lot of writing. You've all watched lots of the things that I write, but I have never ever been printed in a book before as a fiction writer, and I am very, very excited to say that has changed, because I will be in a book coming out next week, and I will stop talking there because I want this wonderful, wonderful first guest to talk about it for us. So without further ado, I'm bringing on the editor of the book that I will be appearing in next week, Mae Murray.
Hi, Mae.
Hello.
How are you tonight, Mae?
I'm good. I'm really excited about this whole live situation. I haven't been live in a long time.
I know you do a lot of podcasts and everything. This is like theater. It's one take or no luck or anything else.
I mean, not to bring it back to film, but I went to school for screenwriting and I worked in a small production studio, and that was the last time I was live. That was like 10 years ago, like doing college news.
Oh, wow. Fun though.
Well,
I always wish my college could have that.
I'm so impressed that you have been able to make as an artist from 2020 until now without going live in some way. That was one of the first things that I was thrust into doing, was going live. So glad to have you here, Mae, and so glad to get to meet you. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is also the first time that you and Joshua have been on even a call together, maybe.
Yes, that is very true. We've only communicated via email and
a few tweets, I think. But
a few tweets.
And PayPal.
You met on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's so cool. Well, Mae, tell us a little bit about you first, and then we'll move into talking about the book.
Well, my name is Mae Murray. I'm a writer and editor. I write for, I'm a freelancer, so I write for a lot of different publications. Ghouls Magazine, which is horror based in the UK. I've done work for Dread Central. I've done work for Fangoria. Yeah, and I mean, I started out with screenwriting, and I left screenwriting and went into the mental health field for a little bit, and then I left the mental health field, and now I'm editing fiction and doing journalism again. it's been a journey. So
Wow.
I guess you could say I'm a jack of all trades.
I love that. Well, I think for me, I know that I've had a million jobs of things that I've tried and experimented with, but I always come back to something that has to do with entertainment or performing or creating.
Yeah.
So cool that you have done things with Fangoria magazine, because that was one of the things that I used to love, going to the grocery store with my parents and waiting to see when the Fangoria magazine would change to the next month, and just reading as much as I could before somebody would either take it away from me or we'd have to leave. Very rare that I got to take one home, because my grandmother was terrified of scary things, that horror movies I wasn't allowed to watch. I couldn't look at a snake if it was printed in a book. So that to tell you how scared that she was. But now this new book that you've got, I think is pretty scary. It's called The Book of Queer Saints. It's edited by you with a foreword by Sam Richard. What gave you the idea to put together this book?
Well, it started with seeing I'm pretty active on Twitter, so I was seeing a lot of discourse around what is good and bad queer representation, and it kind of spawned from a really popular indie book kind of going viral on TikTok. And the author was subjected to a lot of attacks for the work, and they were forced to come out as non-binary sooner than they would have, because people were making a lot of assumptions about their gender. And it just got me thinking about, this was coming mostly from like the younger generation of the queer community. So I feel like for me and this author, things were a lot different, growing up in terms of like the queer representation that we were, that we had access to. And some of it, oh, that's sweet. Some of it, lost my train of thought because that was sweet. Dang it.
What did you say? You broke up a little bit on my end.
Oh, I did. Can you hear me?
The last little bit. What did you say right there?
Oh, I said that was so sweet that I lost my train of thought.
That is so sweet.
But essentially, it was inspired by bullying of a queer person by other queer people. And I kind of wanted to, I wanted to make something in response to that.
Well,
that's really interesting, actually, because I saw actually Owen, who just commented on the book. He tweeted something today. He shared a tweet. I only read it quickly because I was at work and everything, but it was apparently some people in the younger queer community are also having problems with American Idiot, and I don't know the song as well as probably Nakia does, but it's a Green Day song, Nakia, and I guess they're accusing it of homophobia and everything. I don't know enough about it to say. But
okay, so I know like every lyric to that song because it came out when I was a teenager, and I had the album like as soon, like literally the day that it came out, and then I just listened to it over and over again. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. I did too. And when I heard it, I always thought it was kind of like, it didn't matter that that's who he was, that who cares if that's who he is. And I don't know about Billy Joe, but because I've never met him personally, but I mean, I think they're pretty nice, open guys that are very welcoming, So I don't know. I would be shocked to hear that it was written in that tone.
Well, I think the song is based on a little bit of what I read. I think the song is sort of doing what Mae you're trying to do with the book, is sort of reclaim the idea of what it means to have nuance in the world of being queer, and have nuance in nuance in the case of the song, nuance in the use of language and everything, and what that means. Sort of like the monologue in I'm assuming you of course know the vagina monologues, yeah. So the monologue in vagina monologues of reclaiming the cunt, how the whole monologue is about you taking that word that is usually so derogatory and for women, and is about reclaiming it and everything. And I think that's sort of what the song was trying to do, and I think that's what you're trying to do with the book a little bit too, is try to create some nuance and reclaim how the many facets of queerdom. If at least that's what I got from it from your call.
Yeah, I think because it was an answer to bullying that I witnessed, the facets of queer identity. I'm really glad that you brought that up, because at the time of the publication of the book that went viral, this author was an out gay man, but was not out as non-binary. And so being kind of pigeonholed into this, a man shouldn't be writing this, like even if he's gay, he shouldn't be writing this. It kind of forced this person to come out sooner than they had wanted to, like as a response to the backlash. And it was a really sad thing to witness, especially because this is someone that, you know, I care about. And I thought, you know what, like I want to show that not only is it like a nuance in identities, but it's a nuance in personhood and humanity, is that not all queer people are nice people. Not all queer people aren't murderers. You know, like, I mean, like
a few, but
yeah, a few, but we shouldn't be pigeonholed into, especially fiction. We shouldn't be pigeonholed into writing certain kind of characters and narratives to make the queer identity more appealing to straight folks.
Yeah, that reminds me of recently on Drag Race, where Bosco was talking about how they were talking about the history of Folsom street fair in San Francisco, and Bosco was like, should there be queer family friendly events? Yes, but we also really need to, you know, have our dirty, freaky queer events to ourselves too, you know. And I agree with that. I think it's a very big rainbow, and there's plenty of room in that spectrum to do lots of different stuff. I'm so excited to read this book. It sounds right up my alley. Folks at home, we do have the link for you, and I will put it in the chat right now as well, so that you can see it in there. And let me just do that right now before I forget. And please, right now, Amazon's weird, so you can't pre-order this paperback book, but you can pre-order the Kindle version, which I know a lot of you folks at home are using Kindles. I know I've got mine right here. So pre-order that, and then next week, which is what day is it again?
It's on Tuesday
of next week. You'll be able to, you don't have to pre-order it. You can just get it right then and have it shipped to you. And we will definitely be talking more about that. We'll probably do a little, we need to bring on somebody to review that. That's not either of you. maybe we'll ask Ashley or Stuart to review it. In fact, let's get them in here to start talking a little bit. They're here every week. You know them, you love them. It's Stuart Kiczek and hi, Monique Menard.
Hey y'all, how's it going?
Good evening.
Welcome back to another week of SideKick Power Hour. Please meet Mae Murray. We're so glad to have her here. Is
Mae joining us every week? I'm digging this.
I mean, listen, she's giving me life tonight for sure. They are giving me life tonight. I really, really, really am excited for the book. Mae, what else can you tell us about how you met Josh?
Well, I mean, pretty simply, I put out a call for stories for the book, and Josh submitted, and I read his story and was pretty blown away by it. I was like, this is exactly, it was exactly what I was looking for. And even, you know, when you read the whole book, there's a variety of stories, but when you hit Josh's, it's like, I tried to put it at a spot in the book where people are just it's gonna turn some heads. I think I loved it, and from there, we've just communicated kind of via social media, and this is the first time that we're talking. So
that's so cool. That's really
And
cool.
you also, I think you designed the cover for the book, right? I think I saw you say that on Twitter.
I did, yeah.
Because I love the cover so much. It's such a beautiful cover.
Oh, thank you. The person on the cover is my best friend. They're a drag king in New York City. They do drag under the name Lucky Pierre.
Love that name.
Yeah.
Love that name. Well, Mae, thank you so much for being with us. Folks at home, don't forget, you can go to the Amazon link that's right there. We also put it in our chat, and we'll make sure to put that in the description of the episode on YouTube as well when we're done. How cool that y'all get to meet on Power Hour. Here we are connecting people all over the place. Mae, we would love to have you back another time.
Wow.
Of course.
I mean, you do have 2 books coming out on Tuesday. You've got the Book of Queer Saints, and then your other book, I believe, what is it called? It's a short story.
Yeah, it's a short story, the first in a series called Parables. They're based on the Victorian Penny Dreadfuls.
Ooh.
And yeah, it's called Scales.
Go on.
Scales fell from her eyes.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, we're really excited to have you, and we'll be more excited to have you back.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Mae. Nice
Hi,
to
Mae.
meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you all.
What a lovely
So
person.
cool.
Wow.
And one of the important reasons to have Mae on and also to celebrate people like Ashley is because March is also Women in Horror Month, because March is Women's History Month in the U.S.
No, just women in horror.
just women in horror. March is just Women in Horror Month, but no, but March is Women in Horror Month, and it's a great month to celebrate all the amazing work that women do in horror, because horror, I mean, horror wouldn't be anything without some of the most iconic people who helped make it, which are the women. And it's really, really wonderful to take the moment to really celebrate the work they do in fiction, in on screen as actors, filmmaking. There's so many just amazing things that happen. And Ashley, I know you are now, which you never thought you would be someday. You are a horror actress, which I know it's
Scream Queen.
Never thought in a million years.
So good. So good. Well, welcome back, folks. I'm sure that you all had an amazing weekend. In fact, I know for a fact that all 3 of you had a really amazing weekend, because one of you was on stage, 2 of you were on in the audience, like some of us were at home for this amazing performance from Yolanda, her show. If you did not get a chance to catch it live, the good news is, surprise, spoiler alert, you can watch it still, and you can go to
demand.
You can watch it on demand.
Take a look and listen to this. Oh, wrong thing.
I choose joy.
I
choose joy. I choose
And I choose me.
Here we go now. Opportunity finds me. I create what I need. I'm open to suggestions. I accept success. I take responsibility. Abundance flows through me. I prosper.
And I prosper. And you prosper.
So good. So good. I accept success. I mean,
It was a revival, y'all.
let me tell you something. One of the reasons that I love Yolanda so much is in almost every song that I've ever heard of hers, there's so much positivity. Even when she's talking about things that could have been, there's just so much positivity. But I can't stress enough that right now, more than ever, the world really, really needs this kind of music, this kind of art that is telling people that it's okay to love yourself. It's okay to be successful. It's okay to do these things, but it's also really okay to love other people because we're all the same, you know? And Yolanda does such a great job of doing that. So please head over to yolanda.net/simply. One of the most beloved members of the Crewniverse fam, obviously, is Reverend Yolanda. Just so cool. Ashley, what was it like for you?
What was it like singing on stage with Yolanda? She's a ball of love. And there she, and I tell you what, from the rehearsals, I thought, oh, this is so much fun. I love this music. It's like, it's music that you just want to start singing, and it puts you in a good space. And then once I got on stage and I'm standing next to Yolanda, I was just like, take me where we're going. I'll follow you anywhere we're going.
Look at you. You look so much like you're having so much fun.
I was having a ball. And I gotta say, in the audience, there was Stuart and Joshua sitting across, and then right over to the left, there's Dan, my boyfriend, who's watching the TV monitor the whole time. He didn't want to look at us too close to stare at us, which I thought was hilarious. And then there's Glenn, Yolanda's husband. And Glenn wins partner of the, I don't know,
millennium.
Decade.
Not
Millennium at
life,
least.
but forever. Glenn, God bless him. He was mouthing every word. And I looked at that.
Not just that. There were times where you and Yolanda were singing together where he was just like, yes, that was hot. It was just so
good. You are one of the best cheerleaders ever.
Oh,
I mean, I just want to
is amazing.
Stevie Nicks vibes you're giving right now. Look at that.
Well, I was getting into it.
Watch this. Here we go.
It's powerful music, it just makes you move.
That's one of the things that I'm trying to say is for folks at home. A lot of Yolanda's songs are more than just a song.
They're
mantras. They're literal ways for you to grow and kind of put yourself out in the universe even more. It's just so cool.
This show in particular was quite the magical musical journey.
And
if
talk
you do get a
about
chance,
having
you should
stuff
check it
stuck
out.
in my head.
Oh, all weekend.
Real. I've had Yolanda stuck in my head for the past 3 days.
And I prosper.
Yep. That one, I Love Myself, is constantly on a repeat.
So good.
So good.
The thing that I left on Friday, because when I was watching on Friday, my battery died. So I had trouble getting in at first, and then my battery died. And so by the time that I got back, most of it was over, and I missed a bunch of it. So I've been watching it since. And oh my God, I see the power in your eyes. I kept saying that over and over in my head. I even chatted Josh that at one point. I'm like, I see the power in your eyes. It's so good to also acknowledge when you see other people doing other things that you think are really great, and that's one of the reasons I really loved having Mae on.
Oh, totally. She's awesome. They're awesome. Bring them back.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
at least buy the book next week when it comes out, everyone.
And I'm ready to read this book.
Same.
This is a very Josh story. So I'll also just quickly about Yolanda's stories. Well, just before we go, yolandas.net/simply. It's available for, I believe, 2 weeks, everyone. So if you want to watch the whole thing, you have to watch it over the next 2 weeks. So don't miss out.
You've got 9 days left.
Yes.
Well, you've got 0 seconds left. I'm starting this week's episode.
And action.
Josh, what episode are we watching tonight?
You're watching episode 514 or episode 14, depending on how you want to number it. But it's episode 14 of season 5.
What do you call this type of episode?
Penultimate episode. Yeah, it's the penultimate episode of season 5. Menage a Trois, part 1.
Okay, here we go.
So I've been saying it wrong this whole week.
What did you call it? Menagi?
What? Done?
Oh, I think so.
Oh wow.
Get help.
Right.
Get help.
Contractions seem to be about 5 minutes apart. I think the baby is coming.
Jean-Guy?
What are you doing here? You're not a nurse.
I moonlight.
I'm so proud of you. I can't do this. I can't.
Did someone call Dr. Reagan Stride? Is the patient prepped?
We be doctor. The baby is coming.
Right, good. Well, let's get this thing out of him. I gotta get home.
I'm here with you. You're not doing it alone.
Reagan's first appearance in season 3.
You are doing it alone. I mean, the baby is not coming out of your, you know what.
All right, everyone. I need you to focus, okay? Anthony, look at me. Focus on your breath.
Why did I let you do this to me?
Focus on the sound of my voice, man.
You're doing great. Oh, look at him. Oh, he's a big boy. I'm gonna get you. All right. All
That's how
right,
babies
Anthony,
are delivered,
push.
right?
Okay. Oh, yeah, I got the head. I got the head. Oh.
That came together real nice.
Hey, Carol.
Another dead body?
Not a dead body. Just near death.
Oh, I'm starving. We need to get you out of this place. I can't have you losing weight, too.
Yeah, because that's the reason we need to leave jail.
Well, that and we're innocent.
Only the guilty cannot see that no one is innocent.
I can't believe this guy is in the same cell block.
Yes, well, you know what they
They
say
gave
about
us some
jail.
nifty hats.
Overcrowded.
It's cold in jail.
You missed the power.
I know.
You missed another one.
I know.
Go up.
Do you want to play?
No, I'm too depressed. Besides, how can you play games at a time like this?
It relaxes me. I'm trying to run a bar and start a wrestling league. Oh, and my best friend is in jail for attempted murder.
Hey.
His
Good day at the office.
dick is bruised.
Do you have any experience working with dead people? Okay. Here's the form. Go down to room 301. There's a man in there. Have him fill it out and then bring it back to me when you're done.
Hi. I'm sorry. I'm not very good at this. I knew that I knew that her time was coming, but that didn't mean I was ready for it. You know, even though she was 102, you still think you got a couple of years left, you know?
Y'all, my dog is ringing the bell at the same time, and it really freaked me out. Every time the bell was like, my dog would ring her bell.
Speaking of the power in your eyes.
So, let's see these caskets.
Did you just bite your thumb at me?
Don't look at me, I'm Switzerland.
Dude, are we fighting?
Look, guys, let's not anyone say anything they both might regret.
Dude, what is going on? Hey, blowjob?
No, he means Rupert.
You tried to hook up with him.
Yeah, but I was just doing that for you.
He's asexual.
Yeah, but I could definitely turn it. I had to do something after your shitty interview. I just want to make you feel better.
You're not gonna go after him?
No, man, I got power-up 6 flag.
You're doing a pretty shitty job. You just missed another one.
Look out!
He's
Metroid?
right. It's actually pretty relaxing.
I thought this girl was really into me, you know? Turns out she was just using me so that she'd get pregnant, trap me into a marriage.
Was she though?
Stuart, you set that down so
you're
light.
for saying so, but
You don't seem like much of a catch to me.
Ooh, come on, what is this? Are you just gonna let him speak to me like that?
This is a safe space, Steve. It's a place where all feelings should be expressed.
This is so.
How many times are you gonna move the chair?
You're
This
part
is
of me,
so
okay,
Menard
so-
from Golden Girls.
You don't seem like much of a catch to me.
Oh.
Come on, what is this? Are you just gonna let him speak to me like that?
So good.
This is a safe space, Steve. It's a place where all feelings should be expressed. Father Angie is just expressing how he
Such a
feels.
great bit.
Maybe you should be quiet before I do the same.
Here is some ale.
Oh, thank you. This is an ale.
It's the ginger kind.
Wish I had known that before I drank it.
What's wrong with ginger
It's
ale?
so good to see you today, but why are you here?
All right. It's like this, Ted's brother. I just wanted to let you know I wasn't trying to have sex with you a few weeks ago. I mean, I was, but not because I wanted to have sex with you. I was just trying to prime you for my boy Chaz to get some. You two seem to be enjoying each other's company, so, you know.
We do. I love Chaz. He's funny and sweet and kind.
So, why don't you let him blow you?
I don't want him to.
Is it
He
because
really
you're not
doesn't get
gay? Or is it because of his balls?
I have no issue with balls. I play with those all the time.
I mean testicles.
I have no issue with those either. I'm just not interested in that kind of stuff. I would rather talk with Chaz than touch him. Or anyone, really.
I'm not sure I understand that.
That's okay. You don't have to get it. You just have to respect it.
Rupert, I need a sandwich.
Sure thing, Goody.
I'm hungry and
Right away.
oh, Dennis.
So, right. So I'm out of here.
Filmed, I think,
What's up?
a
This
year
is
and a half
Dennis.
apart.
Hey, Dennis. You left so suddenly, I didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
Yeah, it was getting way too crowded in there for me. So what's up there, Ted's brother Rupert?
Progress. That's commendable. Well, I won't keep you too long. I just wanted to say thank you for being so kind and nice to come explain your strange and potentially threatening actions the other day at Money Shot.
Yeah, listen, about that. I still don't get it. But you're right. I really don't need to. What I do need to do is say I'm sorry, which is what I should have said before Ted walked
Aww.
An actual apology? That is unexpected. That's so nice. Well, let me do something nice for you. I want to tell you about the man I saw breaking into Hunter and Anthony's bedroom, dragging an unconscious body with him. It happened the night before they were arrested for attacking said unconscious body.
Wait, what?
Love that. Love that special fact.
So, Tommy says that once Sebastian gives him the contract, we can begin production. The boy's about to be a star.
It's so nice
That's
that
what you
those
need.
guys
Bigger ego.
put all their bottle caps.
Gotta have the head on my shoulders to match the size of the one in my pants, am I right?
Well, if that's what you want, I'm pretty sure they shrink heads down at the Tiki Room.
Would you two shut your damn mouths? I'm thinking here.
Shut your pie holes.
Well, if you had gotten there earlier on that day, Nakia, you could have pointed that out.
Let it go. Hunter's not gonna
Let it
join
go.
you.
Given time.
Let it
I don't see
go.
why.
Because we're men? The men?
You just want him to scratch that itch in your ass again.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We heard about how you took it up the ass for Hunter.
That you had
You gotta think twice before calling someone else a little bottom bitch.
There's an ointment for that.
Aw, look at that.
It's not
The great and
semen.
powerful AJ doing the walk of shame. Kinda like you a few weeks back, eh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on.
I think this was
Sawyer told me all about how you guys got drunk after the last pity party. You came on to him like a bitch in heat. Gave it right up without him so much as needing to ask.
Second.
Knock it off.
Says that ass here was pretty sweet too.
Shut your damn mouth.
I'd be happy to take it for a spin if you want.
Are we gonna have to have a seminar on anthology?
It's just some superb video work from.
Says that acid is pretty sweet too.
Shut your damn mouth.
I'd be happy to take it for a spin if you want.
Stop.
Crying by Nakia.
So good.
So small pause just to tell everyone, these 3 scenes were also supposed to be in Dueling Pianos. So Dueling Pianos was about 10 minutes longer because these scenes were in it too. And we had to take them and move them to another episode because they were important for the plot of the season, but they didn't really belong in the episode Dueling Pianos. So
I think they fit even better here.
I do
Good
too.
choice.
I'm really, really happy with how they got repositioned, but it was just how stuffed we stuffed over Dueling Pianos.
Thank you so much for letting me help you with this art exhibit. This is so much more fun than helping Veronica with her engagement party. She was so secretive about everything.
Well, you're a really generous person and you like to help people. I think you're going to be a fantastic therapist.
Oh, that was totally a pipe dream. I'm in no way qualified to help anyone with their life. Look at what happened with Steve. I'm a really bad judge of character.
Is this because you're,
No, not anymore.
as long as you're okay?
Yeah, I am. Pam was really helpful throughout the whole process, so. Yeah.
Hey, Drakey. Hi. I got that stuff you asked for.
Georgie. Polly, this is my friend.
Georgie, right?
Whoa. Have we met before?
No. But Drake just said your name.
Oh, right, yeah.
Dude, what are you on?
This and that, man. I got you some too.
It's sugar.
Where's the bathroom? I got a whiz.
Oh my god, this is hilarious.
This little piggy goes.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Angie about this. Or anyone. I just need a little something
Drugs.
these days to get by.
Yeah, I won't tell anyone.
Well, I've never been on drugs,
No
but I
one at all.
suspect
And I won't
that
judge
they
you
mess with your senses
at
much as
all.
there.
Thanks.
You know how it ends.
I'm gonna rewind.
Play the
For anyone.
Ashley's
I just
so good in this part.
Where's the bathroom? I got a whiz. This little piggy goes.
Also, if you listen really close, you can hear him peeing.
Not really. It's.
I'd
just-
appreciate it
I
if you didn't tell
fully did.
Angie about this. Or anyone. I just need a little
Well,
something
never
these
noticed
days
that.
to get by.
Yeah, I won't tell anyone. No one at all. And I won't judge you at all.
Thanks.
You know how it ends. You play the tape through. Yeah, you know. Thank you. Good decision. This one is my personal favorite. I like this one a lot.
Yeah, that's not the right one. You gotta turn it.
Like that?
So, is there anything I can get you? Maybe some tea? Meth? I don't know what it is you people drink, you rock stars.
I'm good, thanks.
Okay. Well, I feel like in this time that we've been roommates together while you've been recovering your memories, we've had an opportunity to get closer. Get to the point. Okay, well, something happened yesterday.
Check this out.
So I was over at Ted's apartment the other day. Wrong, all wrong, Gerard. I keep telling him he needs to use his left hand. He doesn't listen.
Goodness, I never would have expected the two of you to ever get back together again.
There isn't enough weed in the world. Anyway, as I was leaving the apartment, Ted's brother Rupert, he mentioned that he was over at Hunter and Anthony's bedroom.
Why would he be there?
I don't know. I think he said something about being someone's only hope. Something about farmers and something. I wasn't really listening. He talks a lot. Oh,
I love that.
Guess what he saw?
David.
No, I probably won't. So why don't you tell me? Now, I know that these are your types of people, these A-list bears. So I figured you would know what to do.
Yeah. Call the police.
See, Rupert didn't want to get anybody in trouble.
Maybe there is something that we can do.
What's that?
Why did you never tell me about Heathcliff?
All right.
And Hunter.
After the...
I'm just trying to suggest that maybe it's not good for you to be indoors for 5 months.
So would you rather I go outside and get sick?
It would do you so much good to get out of that apartment.
I'm really getting fed up with this.
With this or with me?
I swear I saw someone in the bedroom last night. I thought it was you, but obviously it wasn't you, but it was someone. Or something.
I'm not afraid to say the things they want to keep from you. I'm not afraid to ask the hard questions.
I know. I'm worried about him too. It's not good for him.
You think I'm imagining people because I haven't seen anyone since quarantine began.
You're in danger.
Liam? You in there? Liam?
Your house is haunted.
That is the trailer for the short film Scratch, of course, written and directed and acted in by Joshua R. Pangborn, who is, of course, the co-host of this show every week. Josh, we just
co-directed, because Stuart directed it too.
We put together this little trailer because we won so many awards. Scratch won so many awards this past week at the Hollywood Blood Horror Festival, of course. So cool to see all of this recognition for the work that we put in to this little short. This is what, 20 minutes long?
19 something.
Yeah, just so cool. I'm so proud of it, and so honored that you let me be a part of it, and I'm sure let us all be a part of it. Ashley, I love your voice at the end, giving the warning, followed by the scratching on the door.
It's so good.
Super creepy.
And Stuart was just so incredible behind the camera, making sure that Paul and I got to deliver some amazing things. He was the one that helped the practical effects, like the door closing and everything. I wouldn't have known how to do any of that. So it was
a very fun opportunity, and I'm glad it panned out so well.
I'm glad you thought so, CJ.
It is creepy. And we put the link in chat if you want to watch it. Please take a look. It is the award-winning short horror film, Scratch from SideKick Productions. Let's remind everybody what the question of the week is this week. What is your favorite prison movie? We've already heard from some of our Crewniverse members. John L. Betts came out swinging with The Green Mile and Shawshank Redemption. Then
David said Midnight Express, I think.
Yeah, and then I was saying that I thought it was kind of a toss up for me. I don't know if you remember what I said, but I said it was a toss up between The Rock and Bad Boys.
Welcome to The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock. I mean, it's Michael Bay's best movie, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then Bad Boys with Sean Penn, really, it kind of screwed me up as a kid because there's that scene where they just really beat the crap out of each other, and it was pretty brutal to see on ABC at 11 o'clock on a Saturday night.
Bad Boys, a Will Smith movie?
No, that's the 90s, 2000s.
It was a remake.
No, it's not a remake of this at all. Bad Boys is a kind of a juvenile, like people go into juvie kind of prison.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So you should definitely give it a watch. Let us know in the comments what your favorite prison movie is. Meanwhile, let's get
anybody in trouble.
You know, maybe there is something that we can do.
What's this we shit?
Why did you never tell me about Heathcliff?
And
No, it's serious. Let's talk about it. We've got all the time in the world, so let's talk about it.
We don't need to talk. There's a whole song.
Everybody's talking.
Trouble in paradise.
No, and he's not somebody I want to talk about. I mean, well, I'm not that guy anymore. Like, I don't want to talk about the mistakes I made then.
Poor fools. Always trying to run from your
I
past.
love when we recut
never
David,
realizing
we use
the
David's
only
theme
way
song.
to escape is to burn it
I do
all
too.
down.
Shut up.
What about you?
And then it just cuts off.
Yeah.
How come you didn't tell me about this whole television thing?
It's stupid. Okay? It's so stupid. It's.
But that
I
beanie's
just.
not. That beanie's
I
on
wanted
point.
you to help me without my asking you because I thought
Where's something?
if you did that, I wouldn't have to ask you, and then you wouldn't know I couldn't do it alone.
But you didn't have to do it alone.
He didn't want to look weak.
That's not it. Is it? Yeah, when I ask you for help, does that mean you think I'm weak?
No, but
Then why would you think that?
I understand what you were saying, and it makes sense on this level, but it's a paradox, really. I mean, what I'm thinking, it makes sense up in my head, and
Oh, great. Well, if it makes sense up there, we're all in trouble.
Hello?
Hey,
Oh no, that's his father figure. I'm just a slave.
I will be.
No, it's a will. I'm willing to do it. It's my job. And Oh. Okay. All right. No. Yep. Have a great day. What you got there?
Never you mind, son. Who was that on the phone?
The police?
Is it Hunter?
Not exactly.
I googled this, and it's actually only illegal if we take the money. Officer.
Detective. And that's not how it works.
Somebody please slow down and explain what happened.
Well, these two were caught offering their services in exchange for money to some undercover officers.
The real crime was that he was wearing his pants tits high.
It's my fault, Grandpa Robin. See, I was just asking Uncle Reese to show me how he used to make money, and, we were just fooling around.
Seems like just a case of boys being boys, Detective. I mean, don't you remember the good old days of playing male prostitute in the backyard with your buddies?
It's only prostitute now. Gender's dead.
That's not why they're here.
I got that line from Stuart because he
Seems like
used to do
Wallace
that.
here was reported missing by his mother.
Stepmother.
Well, we called her and she
Inspiration
wants
comes
Reese
from lots of
arrested on kidnapping charges.
Can't kidnap the willing.
Yeah, plus I'm 18.
Next month.
What?
I mean, I'm practically 18.
Carla, are you still there?
Yes, I am. I've just about given up looking for Anthony. I mean, honestly, I leave the boy for a short period of time and everything goes to hell.
Oh, pish posh, you are not responsible for every little problem in that boy's life.
But if I had just been there watching, oh...
Poppycock! You are not his slave. He is not your master. Please leave all that business to Hunter and his many, many, many men. You are finding out who you are, and that takes intense exploration.
Of course you would think that.
What do you mean?
Well, you're the most selfish person I know.
Well, maybe I am. But I live my life. And I don't think that you could say that about yourself when you were alive, right?
I suppose I can.
And what about now?
I'm starting to, I think.
Yes. And that's what Anthony would want for you. As a matter of fact, that's what anybody who loves you would want for you.
I don't mean to interrupt, my love, but I am anxious to finalize our first assassination.
Yes, of course. Let's go figure out how to give that madam what she deserves.
I just can't help but feel inherently, proud
Okay,
of
I've
him.
spoken to your sister, and she has agreed to not press charges on you, but she wants Wallace home with her.
But I don't want to go home with her. So this was the very first day of filming of season
She's your
5.
legal guardian, and you've got to live with it.
But that's not fair.
Hey, it's just for a month, and then you're 18 and she can screw herself.
I don't want to leave you, though.
Oh, just because you're gone a little while doesn't mean that we forget you. Because you got another path to follow doesn't make us love you any less. We might miss you when you're gone, but that just makes when you're with us all the more profound and special. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
We'll see you again soon, okay?
We will.
Promise.
And you read my acceptance letter.
Oh, Reese, you got to do this. This is a great opportunity. You got your whole life ahead of you. Your family aren't going anywhere.
Except you. Because you're gonna die soon, because you're so...
Oh, see, this is why you got to get away. You got to get some new material.
What's the point in studying queer theory anyway? It's stupid.
It's not stupid if it's what you want.
But you
You're great at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be great at this too. You can't put something under several layers of clothing in the back of your sock drawer and not expect me to snoop it out.
Oh, Reese, that's not. I mean, it's.
That's fair.
It's not what I think it is. It's not supposed to go like that. Good.
Pearl?
Good. Because if I thought that you wanted to, but it's not what I think it is, right? I need you to look me in the eyes. Tell me that you don't love me.
You little pisshead, don't you get it? It's because I love you that you gotta go.
I was a selfish old man until I met you. You made me a better man. You gotta do the same for you.
Thanks for noticing, Owen.
I was singing along in my head.
Oh, I noticed it.
miss
Yeah,
you
me too.
so much.
I miss you too, kid.
Several of those in the next episode.
I miss you too.
Yeah, you've done that. You've started doing that, and I love it.
I love you too.
Hey, you know we can see you through the glass, right?
I love Gabe.
You little weasel. How dare you show your face in here? You don't think I know what you did.
Look, whatever you think I did, I didn't do.
And you expect me to believe it?
Look, Tad was my friend. You think I wanted to hurt him? I couldn't stand what he was saying about me.
Jesus Christ, Evan. Whatever he was saying, it's worth putting him in a hospital.
I was protecting my reputation. It's what you would have done.
AJ likes to talk a big talk, kid, but he doesn't back it up with anything. That's how most bullies are.
Haven't seen you around lately, Seb.
I've always warned you boys about these roid rages, and this is where it gets you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is my friend Simon. Simon, care to tell them why I brought you along?
Oh, this is the part where I get to talk. I'm so excited. I love that. I'm not used to being around such alpha male morons, but I'll try to talk real slow so you understand, okay?
What?
Exactly my point. Well, there are about 75 cameras between here and Hunter's apartment. Now, some of them are private, and some of them are owned by the city. Now, in my role as a liaison to the NYPD, I have access to some of those cameras. All it took was a little bit of time figuring out the best route between here and Hunter's apartment and the right time of night, and it was remarkably easy to find footage of you lugging a body to the secondary crime scene.
Bullshit.
It's over.
Well, sorry, Evan, you're on your own.
No.
Oh no. Shit. What do I do?
There's not.
It's true.
Your mother's spirit is getting tired, Gertie. She's not going to be able to stay with us much longer.
Gertie. I love the way she said
Holding her here is too much of an effort on both our parts.
I'll pay extra.
It's not about the money, darling. It's too much. It's just too much.
Isn't there some kind of amulet or totem I could buy?
It's too expensive.
We'll do it when she leaves.
Hush. First rule, you can't talk about killing someone in front of the person that you're trying to kill.
Yes, of course, of course.
Second rule, leave nothing to chance. We are only here to watch and observe.
There's so much to discover about all this.
What are you doing? You can't leave this down.
How else will I remember it?
Precious.
That makes me want a whole season of just the two of them.
I agree.
Wait here while I finalize your
I love that
release.
spin-off.
Carl Winslow?
Well, it looks like the two of you are free. Congratulations.
Oh. Just in time for.
What are you doing? You can't write any of this down. How else will I remember it?
Reginald Bell Johnson? How'd you get him?
Wait here while I finalize your release.
Well, it looks like the two of you are free. Congratulations.
Oh. Just in time for Veronica's bachelorette party. Couldn't they leave us in jail for one more day?
Oh, stop. You're gonna love it.
No, you're gonna love it. Because you don't have to experience it. You just get to hear all those fun stories.
Sounds like fun all around.
Except for you.
You're not going anywhere.
No. Well, I guess we'll see, won't we?
Did it have to end? Why did it couldn't just keep going?
Menage a
Menage a what? I still want to know what Stuart was pronouncing.
Menage a what?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
so
acceptable.
that last scene when the door opens, it's Christian, but we didn't want it to sound like Christian since he's obviously in the ABC The King outfit. So I just pitched his voice down.
Carl.
Now, didn't one of those actors that played in one of those movies?
Carl came out recently. Yes, he's
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
No, I believe that's a rumor.
Oh, okay.
Quick, Josh, Google faster. Did I just out Carl Winslow on the internet? I'm sorry.
Josh was like, I believe I told you that in confidence. Don't forget, folks, to go to the Book of Queer Saints and get that over at Amazon. There's a link there. There's a link in the chat. We're going to put in the description. This was episode 14 of season 5 of Skeleton Crew. This is Menage a What part 1 because Josh can't do just single episodes. But
I'm just not going to.
You can see this over at YouTube right now. The season finale just hit YouTube this past Sunday, which was yesterday. And so you can actually see season 5 of the finale over there. Our good friends over at Patreon got to see all of that before anybody else did because we post them over there first, and you get a chance to comment on them and see them. Let us know what you loved about them and what you didn't like about them. It's only $3 a month to start. We'd really appreciate you helping out. It is time for the question of the week.
Is it the queer question of the Crewniverse?
No.
It is now.
Yeah. So what is your favorite prison movie starting tonight with Stuart Kiczek?
I Love You, Philip Morris. Far and beyond anyone, and just one of the best, I don't know, gay comedies ever.
Let's go to the audience, to our folks. Paul's saying The Raid 2. I'm not familiar.
I think it's a kickboxing movie, Stuart.
Okay.
Yes, sure.
Law Abiding Citizen, I'm also not familiar with. Death Race is good. Shawshank is a go-to.
I was expecting a lot of people to say Shawshank.
Gamer with Gerard Butler.
I remember that.
Okay, I don't know this one.
I think I vaguely remember it, but I don't quite remember it.
Couldn't Running Man also be considered a prison movie?
Yes.
Yeah. Which is a Stephen King short. That's the third time he's...
It is, but although it has very little to do with the short.
Yeah, but he still got paid.
The Count of Monte Cristo is always a delightful.
American Me.
I don't think I know American Me, Jay.
Can you say more, Jay? Cage Without a Key from the 70s prison. Okay. Man. Animal World.
And Owen likes prison movies. He's listed off a ton.
This is a lot. Okay. Croissant of the Week. That's what I was going for. Okay.
Escape Plan. Okay.
That's a classic.
Oh, well, this is a question for me. Well, what else do I do? I don't. That's it. I can't do anything else. No, I'm blessed to have wonderful people who help me make amazing things. So I am a very fortunate person.
Please don't give him any suggestions of other things to do. He has enough to focus on.
What about Ashley? What's your favorite prison movie?
I guess it's a toss-up between like Les Mis, Medea's wedding, Medea's funeral, Medea's prison break, and Shawshank.
Yeah, those
in between those.
Medea or Shawshank.
Yeah.
Listen, I mean, any he drinks a lot of diet.
I do drink a lot of diet soda. That's very true, Jay. And I eat a lot of ice cream. So.
And I was thinking that had something to do with American Me.
No, I
was like, what? What's the segue there?
Fried Cup. Yeah. Man, that's good.
Well, no one will pick mine. My favorite prison movie is Quills.
Oh, I love Quills.
Oh my God. Wait, I'll be right back. Don't
Quills is good. Is he getting Quills? I was going to say that one too, Anthony. Ernest
I'm surprised you didn't. I thought you were going to go Medea, Ernest.
How about Ray Liotta's action adventure from 1994, No Escape?
Or I guess Escape from LA would be also a prison movie, wouldn't it?
Technically, both that and Escape from New York.
What about no? One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. That would not be.
Well, that's prison because it's a mental asylum, but it's a prison. It's like a there.
So when you said quills, it reminded me of something.
It's a film about gangs and prisoners starring Edward James Olmos.
Oh, I remember that now.
Now I remember that.
Okay.
A friend of mine years ago gave me this back in like 03 or 04. This is a manuscript, or no, it's a script for a movie that he had written called The Immortalist, a modern tale of the young Marquis de Sade. And I guess it was kind of like inspired by or similar to, and so I don't know. Anyway, next time I come to New York, I'm going to bring it, and we should read it. And maybe if it's cool with him, we might read it on the SideKick one night.
Yeah.
That
Is
could
it
be
like
fun.
quills?
Is it what?
Like quills?
I remember that it had like it was either around the same time the quills came out or something, and he was like, "Oh, I wrote a movie like that," or something.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Is Kate Winslet in that one too?
No, this one never got made.
Edward James Olmos is though.
Not yet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Well, this has been a good episode. Don't forget, folks, please,
So much fun.
please don't forget to head over and get your copy of this book. It's called The Book of Queer Saints. You can follow Mae on Twitter. There is the book. It comes out Tuesday. Unfortunately, Amazon's not letting them do a pre-order for it, but just set yourself a reminder. Like, watch this. Hey, Siri, remind me Tuesday to place the order for the Book of Queer Saints.
Okay, Daddy, your reminder is set for tomorrow.
Nice.
Thanks, Daddy.
Yeah. You could say I'm good, Daddy.
Yes, you could.
All right. Well, thanks so much for everybody being here.
Thanks, David.
We'll be back next week. Any final words from our good friend Ashley Monique Menard?
Popcorn.
Okay. How about you, Stu? Oh, wait, I removed Stu.
Josh.
I used to.
Y'all, if you haven't checked out the season finale of season 5, you're really missing out. So whatever you're doing, these two did a really good job, and it all really came together really well. And it's nice to have seen such a great cap off to such a great season.
Oh, thank you, Stuart. So nice of you. And then, Josh, it is just you and I left. Such kind words from Stuart. I had so much fun finishing this out. It took us forever to finish season 5, but I believe it was worth it.
I do too. I realized as I was adding everything to IMDb, I'm like, we started season 5 showing it in July of last year.
Yeah.
But everything I think was, well, it's also 15 episodes, but I think everything was really worth it. And I'm really, really psyched to show what's coming next. But first, we're going to savor the joy of season 5.
Well, let us know in the comments. Would you prefer the episodes are stretched out a little bit more while we work on them? We get them done, and we're working, and we put them out in the same way we did season 5, or would you rather just have all of them at one time to binge? Let us know here or over at patreon.com/sidekick productions. We will be back next week. I don't know who our guests are going to be yet, but we'll of course have Stuart and Ashley, and Joshua and I will be here for SideKick Power Hour. Until then, bloopers. We love blooper. Those are all over at the Patreon. They're coming soon. You'll be seeing some of those real soon. But until next week, bye-bye. All things from the SideKick Productions universe. And I thought I was going to forget all my lines. Because it's a body positive show.
I read for the role of Hunter, and
And that's the tea.